piss me off.
Gotcha.
I'll talk to him. Hang around, B Tom, if you want to do an interview.
Okay.
I'm just sending out the link.
Yeah, I'll be chilling because
It's full quality.
yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about quality. I've been focusing on it a bit more this year, so
Uh-oh.
should be
Uh-oh.
stronger than previous games. And the fact that I was just a tenth off McJammy, is
Uh-oh. Okay,
yeah.
one sec. We're live. I'm just sending out the stream.
Okay.
I'm warning you, though, bro. If you're on a lap and shit, I do yell sometimes.
That's fine. I'll really only need to focus until
Yeah,
Q4.
okay, okay.
So I mean, as long as I'm like top 15 and top 10, it doesn't matter.
It's true.
Uh, for the first two. If it's wet though, I'm probably gonna be off the pace. Dry across the board.
Going live in 60 seconds.
I might be the first to set a lap actually.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another exciting season, our sophomore year of the Lightning Cup. We are back like we forgot something. We are here, a 14 race season here on F1 25 around the streets of Australia, Melbourne Park, Albert. And I totally butchered that whole thing, but it doesn't really matter because I got the country right. I am T-Bone, and I am very excited to be here. 20 of the most premier elite drivers in the community. I cannot wait to see how this season unfolds. I am joined live right now by our defending, reigning, undisputed champion, B-Tom, out there doing a hot lap. Folks, again, we're doing full qualifying here, dynamic weather. This is a place to be on a Sunday. Shout out to all the other leagues that started their year yesterday, too. Much love and support to everyone there. PRL, LSR, the DRS Maestro League, IFM, then, of course, Cam's League. Much love to everybody. B Tom just going on a hot lap now, so we won't hinder him at the moment, but we will get a word with him after. I just deeply want to thank everybody so much for racing, watching, supporting, putting up with my shit, whatever the case may be. But I think we can all agree we're going to have a great race today and this whole season. Just an accumulation of just everyone we've met and all the relationships we've forged over the years. Not in the kind that Full Air would probably hope for, but he's not here today, so we're good on that front. In terms of the grid, of course, we mentioned B-Tom has returned to defend his championship. He is out there. Huge news, though. We have two new full-time drivers, both of them on the intermediate tires. Greg and Chenzo, two Mushroom Cup champions, Mushroom Cup royalty, two all-time winningest drivers in the Mushroom Cup championship and race-wise. They are teammates here in the Lightning Cup, and it's a pleasure for me to see that. And we all know these guys can work very well together, too, if need be. Can't wait for that. Of course, saw Zeddy back, Garaza back, Rasta Cheech is back, Wingish in the mix. Hopefully he has turned a feather, if you know what I mean. TTV Kaname, absolutely rapid driver, of course, in the mix. Jordan 2 Wavy. B-Tom putting in a 116 right there. First lap in. The DRS Maestro, of course, has his own league now on Saturdays at, I want to say 6 p.m., but shout out to that DRS Maestro, rapidly improving. Froggy Boggy, 15 years old, last week became the youngest driver to ever win a Mushroom Cup race. Justin Schrei, arguably one of the top 3 drivers on this game right now. Spenny's Pub Hub, we all know what he can accomplish. Mac T, the pit bull. He is a beast on track and always a formidable threat. Emerge. Tom 1998, of course. He has more racing knowledge in his pinky than most people do in their whole hand. Unfortunately, he sliced half his finger off last week, so hopefully that still stands. Of course, Curry, Finn here, and RSC Jerome, but he's now going by VMV Jerome, so there was some movement there in the RSC clan. There was a trade made, apparently, with the VMV clan. I don't know what they got back, but apparently it was a bag of used soft tires. McCooley, also in the mix. He won last week. He won the preseason race last week, so McCooley, definitely a formidable threat. And TMT Monty, super quick driver, making the switch from the open lobby casual racing to the more serious league racing, and he went 0 to 100. This is his first league race ever, I would say, so fun place to do it, but I believe in this guy. B-Tom, we got a word with you, or are you still...
I'm about to start a lap, but I can still talk.
It's okay, we're just going to watch on with him quickly, folks. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Thank you, everybody, again, for all the support. It's been a blast, and I can't wait just to watch this. As a fan, more than anything, I don't do the stewarding. I want to give a huge shout-out to our head steward. That is Hayden Ring. Shout-out to R. Stratting, who did the stewarding last season and still will be contributing this season. He's super busy with his own leagues and stuff. And Hayden, who's done a great job at IFM, I think deserves the opportunity. Shout-out to BXT, who's also involved in the stewarding. Another one, Spirit. What's the other guy's name? Imperial. Hayden's whole team. They're all great guys, man. So thank you to all of them. Thank you to Emerge, Jordan, Greg, B-Tom, anyone who's helped me on the admin side. Mac T. There's too many names to list here. But yeah, this isn't a one-man effort, so I really appreciate everybody. Just look at B-Tom here wrapping up a lap. First time he's wrapped it up in a while. Can I say that? Oh, yeah, it's my channel. Anyways, B-Tom coming through the final corner. Shout out to Louis Vuitton for sponsoring racing. And there's B-Tom with a 115. We'll call it a 15.9. Shout out to him. Monty there in P2. Rasta Cheech, we call him Fasta Cheech because he has been moving. For him, I guess it is more of a consistency issue as always. Super skilled, like many of the Quebec drivers. He has a ton of racing talent, craft, and sometimes I just think his balls are bigger than his brain is, like most Quebecers. So hopefully we can get some kind of happy medium. Emerge, we all know his biceps are bigger than his brain is, and hopefully he can continue his ascent. He came out of nowhere last year as a mid-packer, and now He is a fudge packer. No, I'm kidding. He is he's at the front of the pack, getting top fives consistently, regularly. He attributes his fitness routine and his diet to his increase and improvement in pace. As there goes Emerge into the pits. Shout out to Curry, arguably the slowest Finn driver, but that still makes him faster than me and you, folks. He comes through heading into the pits to refill his vodka cup. Um, B Tom, you free for a word now?
Yep.
All right, man. First of all, congratulations on your dominant season last year in this league and many others. Looking at the grid, I know right now we got Ferrari Pro out today, Mango out today. Still very, very good drivers in the mix. Illyrian's out today, too. What are your keys, perhaps, and your approach to defending the title this season?
Um, it's really just about consistency. Consistency. Um, Obviously, sometimes there'll be situations you can't avoid. So, trying to get the best result possible, keeping a cool head, and delivering on the potential that you have. So, as long as you do that, and on average, you're a little bit better than the rest, and I think should be in the bag. But obviously, it's never straightforward. So there's ups and downs, and it's just about
Well, look, man. I mean,
keeping a
if
cool head
if
and
if you
yeah,
did have an
executing.
Achilles heel, and I'm not saying you do,
Yeah,
it's probably your qualifying, right? Have you made any
yeah.
adjustments in your approach to perhaps improve on that? Maybe pick up a couple more pole positions.
Yeah. So I've been practicing quali a bit more. It's generally an area I've neglected since I've started league racing. I've generally been more focused on race pace, but in this game with the increased 30 air, track position is more important. So been something I've been trying to address, and so far it's been going quite well. It's early days, but
Yeah.
I think the time I've set is good enough to go through.
Where
And
did you guys race last night at PRL?
Australia.
Oh wow. Okay, so you actually have one under
Yeah.
the belt,
Yeah.
and you did one. I think were you in the DRS Maestros League too? So you got
Hmm.
some experience here early in the game, man.
Yeah, yeah. I've done
That could be crucial.
yeah. So this will be what, my third league race here?
Third league race. I'm sure
And
you've done like
two
another
days.
exhibition or something too. So it's gonna
Yeah,
be something to
probably.
look
I
at.
just can't remember if I have, but
There we go,
yeah, I did
folks.
two races around here last night. So
I forget. He's forgot more shit than you've ever thought of, folks. B Tom though is he's retired. It feels safe in the top 15, which I think shouldn't be an issue. He's gonna pack it in, save some tires, go enjoy a nice piece of chewing gum or something. I don't know. Mac T though in P2 right here with a 116 is well. And how about Sauzetti, the sauce man, representing Ecuador, living in New York City? I don't know how I know all this shit. But shout out to Sauzetti. It's great to see him back as well. I remember the first conversation I had with Sauzetti. Hey man, give me some ideas for your logo. He's like, I ain't into all that shit, man. I'm just here to race, rinse, and repeat. I'm like, okay, okay, okay. I respect him though. I like Saucetti. By the way, after he
yeah.
said that, he later did commentary for us a couple times, so it was a little more than just the, you know. Shout out to Saucetti. I respected that answer though. I ain't into all that shit, Chief.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck you. Not actually though, because I know he's really good. How about
Mm.
RSC Jerome right there at P3? Jerome had a very underwhelming season last year in the Lightning Cup by his standards, I think. So you can say that about Tom as well. I'll call a spade a spade. If it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it ain't a freaking mongoose, folks. So yeah, we're looking for a little bit more out of RSC Jerome and Tom this season. Justin Strye's a guy I expect to make huge leaps and bounds. TTV Kaname with a lap right there, moving into that P1 spot. He's another guy who's on that level with many of the top guys. For me, it was just like, does he have the experience to contend for a title at that level? But many of his contemporaries think he does. So shout out to TTV Kaname. Splendid, splendid guy, too, and driver.
Yeah, I think he'll be one of the contenders for sure. Especially in what races he's been super quick. Looks like Tom's on a lap if you want to
Yep.
talk
Here we
about
are
that.
with Tom 1998. Again, looking to bounce back off what I would consider not his best season. A lot of P6s, P5s, P7s, but I think by Tom's standards, he's looking for podium type finishes. Just a driver of his skill would dictate, but we do have to mention Tom is injured. He sliced off some of his finger a week and a half ago. So, I mean, manage your expectations. I don't know how much that would affect him, to be honest. It might affect him more if he was on a controller. I could be wrong. It is his index finger, but
Mm.
either way, I'm sure it's something he's at least thinking about. So shout out Tom. He's a warrior. He's definitely winning the Iron Man award. And Tom goes into P7 right there. Let's have a look now at who else should we have a look in on here? Stryan a lot. Got to give Stry some love, though. I do consider him amongst that top 3 or 4 drivers at the moment in this game. He has really put it together. And for him, it's just about that composure late in the race, keeping that poise, making the right decisions down the stretch, and not succumbing to perhaps pressure or frustrations, and just keeping that emotion in check. Let's have a look at Froggy Boggy, though. 15 years young, folks. Youngest driver to ever win a Mushroom Cup race in his 3rd appearance. Of course, invalidated right there, but let's see here. Monty.
Yeah, he's on the lap. Froggy's pitting. He's got no fuel.
Yep. Fair enough. So, of course, Monty's a guy I've known for a couple years. He's always just been in the open when we do exhibition events. He's there. He's always good. Then he always complains to me. He's like, all y'all do are elimination shit. Like, why can't we just do a regular race? I'm like, bro, we have regular races too, man. And this is one of them. So good luck, Monty. Quote unquote regular, but I think the man just wants to do normal 5-lappers. And whenever we do it, it's like someone's getting eliminated. But he's a guy, once he figures it out, learns the ropes a bit, definitely could be a force. And he's heading into the pits right there.
Yeah, he's cutting it close through. I think it's turn 12.
So top 15 will advance, folks, into Q2. Rasta Cheech, one of my favorite people here, on his hot lap. The Flying Frenchman, one of many Quebec drivers I consider to be very quick and talented. Shout out to him, Zav Gav, Sweet Tej, Hemi. All the Quebecers are really talented and fast except for 83. And I hope you're watching 83, my rival. If he's my rival, he's probably not one of the fastest guys. Anyways, Justin Stry, retiring from the session. Going to go Shry River, then come back stronger. Here's Rasta, though. Finish this one up. I love the last couple corners here at Australia. This is definitely one of them. I hate a lot of tracks. I love this one. It's one of my favorite tracks. It's to race on, to watch. It's freaking brilliant. And Rasta will move into the top 8 right there. Well done there by Rasta Cheech Tabernac. So, Kaname, B-Tom, Mac-T, Justin Stry, hailing from Virginia. Virginia is for lovers. And if you're Justin Stry, Virginia is for virgins. No, I'm kidding, Stry. I love you, bro. Anyways, VMV, Jerome Len. Len. In P5 here, the Frenchman. Of course, notably taken out by Gallius last season. It was French on French crime. He hit him with a baguette, folks, and Jerome finally recovering from that incident. Froggy Boggy, of course, right there in P6. Tom, Rasta Cheech, and we're in for a treat today, folks. Absolutely. Shout out to all the other leagues once again. LSR, very good grid. A couple of very talented drivers on that grid yesterday that I hadn't seen before. The guy who stole the CPI name from B-Tom was actually there. So that must have been awkward.
I think you might want to look at Wingus and Chenzo because they're only doing one run and they're, P19 and P20. So
they'll be fine.
Then they'll look kind of stupid.
Don't count out the wingman, bro. Wingus will beat you.
Yeah. I have no doubt. It's just they're putting a lot of pressure on themselves to get this lap in. So Wing is just crossing the line to start his lap now. Chenzo a few seconds behind him. Oh no, that was Greg. Chenzo's opening his lap now.
All right, we'll look on right here with Chenzo. Of course, the Mexican right now hailing from San Antonio, Texas right now. He is getting his race strategy from Coach Pop and Tim Duncan as he goes through. Shout out to Chenzo, man. Winningest driver in the Mushroom Cup history, race and championship wise. One of my favorite drivers and people. The nicest guy. And he's one of those guys. It's his league, the Mushroom Cup. He's been the gatekeeper there for a while now. He doesn't complain when I add other fast guys. He just takes the challenge. There's no whining. He is an exemplary champion and ambassador for our league. Shout out to Chenzo. Let's see what he's got going here. Greg Jennings as well. Spectacular, spectacular driver. And now he's only doing 1 or 2 races a week. That focus will go up when you do see him.
Also, Wingish is out. I don't know how, but he's out. Q1. Chenzo will be safe though. Barely.
Chenzo with a P14 there. Wingish out after Q1.
Yeah, my teammate is too.
I'll be back in 30 seconds, B-Tom, if you don't mind holding it down. I'm going to leave it on... I don't know, actually. Anyway, I'll be back in 30 seconds.
Oh yeah. So yeah, maybe in hindsight, I probably should have given Emerge a toe in quali. The margins are pretty tight. I mean, the top 7 separated by half a second, and with the track evolution, it's only gonna close up since everyone will have a bit more grip and people get more comfortable with pushing around this track. Dust off the cobwebs after sitting in the lobby for 15-20 minutes. So yeah, but not sure what happened with Lingus there. It's weird that he waited so long to set a time and then again to not even put one up on the board. He must have invalidated or crashed, one of those. Yeah, invalidated. So I mean that's the risky run when you wait till the last minute. So with about 15 seconds to go into Q2, it's Konami ahead of Jerome, then myself, Mike T, Greg Jennings, Shry, Froggy, Tom, Rasta, and Spinny, top 10, and then eliminations, Gareza, my teammate Emerge, Jordan, Curry, Wingish, rounding out the grid. Kind of interesting doing the whole commentary thing while driving. I mean, I'm not driving at this very moment, but you know, I'm participating in the race that I'm commentating on, which is kind of funny. So going into Q2, this is probably one of the more pivotal moments. Those who are a bit quicker can probably afford to get through on one set of tires. Those who are a bit slower will probably use maybe 1 or 2 sets, but it also means that you A, won't have that set of tires to use in the race, or B, won't have any fresh sets for Q3. So around here the tire wear is quite high, so I don't foresee anyone wanting to use the softs in the race, but who knows? Someone might try and do something different just because. But I don't know who T-Bone's currently spectating, but I'm gonna do
All right, folks, we're
my.
back here in
Okay, yeah,
Q2.
there
Sorry,
we
B
go.
Tom.
Yeah, you're good. I was just saying, um, went through the top 10 and then those who got knocked out in Q1.
There
So
you go, folks.
just
What other league you
talking
gonna have
about,
the top guy do commentary? Only in the Lightning Cup.
yeah. So, and I was just talking a bit about how, oh, Konami got disconnected.
Oh no.
But yeah, I was just talking about people either trying to get through on one or two sets of tires based on how comfortable they might be and how quick they are.
Thank you, B Tom. Always adding valuable insight that admittedly I cannot provide. So, it's got some guys out on their out laps right now. We are in Q2. We will whittle this down to the top 10 drivers. Very exciting to be back here for the Lightning Cup, folks, again. Thanks to all. Looking on here, Justin Schrei. Looking to Schrei away on the field, folks. Again, he is a trained pilot. Nothing to do with this, but it helps him with the babes, so I say it. Here is Schrei. He is rapid, and with him, it's just controlling those emotions, keeping them in check, and managing those expectations late in the race. Schrei has what it takes, but I don't know if he has what it takes between the ears just yet, so this will be a great test for Justin Schrei this season, folks. It's looking on.
Konami's back in, so hopefully he can get his car.
Shout out to the DRS Maestro here. You know, you want to talk about belief in yourself, folks. If you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will. The DRS Maestro has an unrelenting will and belief in himself. He's got confidence. Some of it may be irrational, but nonetheless, you need confidence for anything. I respect the hell out of the DRS Maestro. Some guys told me that they didn't know if they were good enough to race here, and he told me right away, throw me in there. So I respect that. And he wants to get better. He works to get better every day, too. He's not just some schlub coming on with some kind of entitlement. He works hard and he practices, so shout out to him. Right now, Jerome in P1 with a 1:15.9. And we're going to look on with B-Tom on his hot lap.
It won't be competitive. These are used tires.
That's a banker lap.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be 16 something.
Again, folks, here's Greg Jennings. I've been accused of overrating Greg Jennings. All I said was he's the best driver I've ever seen, and people lost their shit, so look at him go. Let's go, Greg. Do it for the Mushroom. Greg Jennings, longtime commissioner of the Mushroom Cup, and now he's a head steward too. And he is a full-time Lightning Cup driver in the big show. Greg Jennings coming off a promotion at work. So congratulations to him. And due to that, some scheduling conflicts have moved him full-time to the Lightning Cup. You know I didn't shed too many tears about that, though. Everyone's like, oh no, Greg's leaving the Mushroom Cup. And here I am smiling and giggling. He's in the Lightning Cup. So.
That's where he belongs.
Yeah, dude. Come on. Chenzo too, bro. But here we go.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, dude. Let's go, Greg. Crossing the line into P4, Mr. Gregory Jennings. Also, big shout out to Salzetti. I love seeing this out of him right here. Last season, he missed a lot of races. He was busy with work and some other commitments. He seems like a great dude. He's probably one of the guys I know the least, but our interactions, other than him telling me to chill on all the extra shit, have been very pleasant. Shout out to Ferrari Pro as well, unable to make it today. He found out yesterday that these races will be at 4 o'clock in the morning for him on Monday, I gave him the option to move to reserve, and he said no. I will be there, and I want to contend. My God, 4 a.m. on a Monday, absolute madman, but I respect it and appreciate it. Chenzo into P2 right there. Shout out to Chenzo. And of course, McCooley is always a threat. I said Mac T's a pit bull on the track. McCooley, I like into one as well. Froggy. Spenny's Pub Pub, one of the fastest drivers I knew on F1 22, 23. Did not like 24, so got out of it. And this is a guy with the right engagement and interest level. Can be in those top packs. He's a proven race winner in the Mushroom Cup, and love it that he's here in the Lightning Cup. And this is going to be a bloodbath, man. This is going to be a bloodbath now for this top 10. RSC Jerome, we said, came off, I would call it down season last season in the Mushroom Cup for him. And we know what he's capable of since he got traded to the VMV. He's been doing a little bit better. He said they have nicer locker rooms than the RSC group, so that helps. They have a cold plunge, which he uses. Chenzo heading back into the pits. Justin Stry into the pits. Shout out to Mac T again, one of the guys who's really helped me a lot with the league, as well as B-Tom or Merge. But yeah, Mac T's been a very, very vocal locker room leader. Let's have a look at this DRS Maestro, folks. He's a fan favorite. Of course, after every race, he'll sign your cast if you sign his. He is a legend in these parts. The wretched DRS Maestro, the DNF Maestro, the EMS Maestro. He's got many, many acronyms in front of that name. And race winner is one of them, too. He has won many races here. I do like the setup he's got going in Australia. I did watch him race here last night in his own league, and I thought he looked very formidable. And he did very well. He did very well. He's running he's running more wings than most of the field, I believe he was saying last night, but rare for him. He's always trying to push the boundaries.
It'll be good for his tire wear, but he could very well get stuck in a train. Especially once his engine starts to overheat, if that is the case. Alright, I'm gonna open a lot.
Okay, folks. We will look on right now with B-Tom on the lap there in P9. Defending champion right here. Also, big shout out to Mango, not in the mix, Ferrari Pro, HMP Hooligans, Cam Rudy, Stewie. Stewie just purchased a house, so he's a little busy for the next week or two, but he will be joining us. Congrats, Stewie, on that. Mazel tov. Who else? Cam Rudy, unable to make it today. Much love to Cam as well. Mango's scared to race because he doesn't have pace right now till he gets his new controller. Do I think that's soft? Hell yeah. Do I understand? I guess. So we'll see Mango soon. I say freaking just race, bro. You're contending for a title. Come in here, try to get at least 1 point. Whatever, you know? But B-Tom taking P1 right there with a 115.5. And, yeah, if he's going to be putting up this quali pace, it could be curtains for the field early. We'll see. He might be doing that Steph Curry celebration. We don't know. Justin Stry, though, in P2. Shout out to Illyrian, not here as well. Defending Mushroom Cup champion. He will be back next week. Lots of great drivers. Shout out to another one, Hazy Aussie. Moved to reserve this season. And shout out to GTR Lion as well. Convoy, everyone who participated last season full time. Nothing but respect. And anytime you guys want to hop in as a reserve, message me, BBC Poutine. Of course, all the Finns. Much love. So Stry retiring right there. Let's see what Salzetti's got in the tank, currently in P3. The Ecuadorian driver.
About to cross the line.
Yeah.
He won't have time to go again, so it's important.
Okay.
He's safe, for sure, yeah. That's more than good enough.
See what Tom's got. Tom trying to get into that top 10. Into P4.
Also, McCooley's out. P11.
McCooley.
In the session.
McCooley sent packing. Huge turn of events right there. So we got B-Tom, Kaname, Stry, Tom, Salzetti, Jerome, Chenzo, Mac T, Greg, and Rostar top 10 right now. But McCooley sent packing in Q2.
Yeah, and Mac T's going through Sector 1 for his last run. All
right, folks. Heading in to Q1. What are we going to have a look at here? Spenny. See if Spenny can interject himself into that top 10. Okay, folks.
Chenzo invalidated.
So we got Rasta and Greg on that hot seat. Chenzo too, perhaps. This is where it could get spicy, Mr. Greg Jennings. But he is on a lap. Hopefully can improve, because otherwise he is sitting on that hot seat.
Yeah, it's possible that with the help of his teammate, Chenzo will get knocked out in Q2. Oh yeah,
Spenny.
No.
Spenny gets into top 10 right there, but he might be getting knocked out right away.
Yeah.
And Spenny, Greg into P8, so Spenny will be going home here. Chenzo's next on the hot seat. Monty?
Yep.
Froggy got in. So Chenzo, looks like Chenzo, bro, will be going home here. Chenzo and Greg, very.
Might knock Rasta out though.
Yeah. Here's Monty.
Oh, snap through the final few corners. If he holds it together, he might, but that definitely cost him some time.
What's Monty got? Okay, Monty at the P13 right there. So Chenzo, Spenny, Monty, McCooley, and the DRS Maestro will be sent packing here. The end of Q2 heading into Q1. Congrats to Rasta, Froggy, Greg, Jerome, Salzetti, Tom, Mac T, Shry, Konami, and B Tom. Gonna get Chenzo in here for a quick word.
Yeah, no, that's not worth it. Mecca. I'm gonna mute you now, and then after the race, I can unmute. So yeah, now it's crunch time. This is the session where it actually matters. Well, each one matters, but
10 remain,
obviously
folks.
Q3, if you get into it, is the most
All right.
important.
10 remain, folks. It is I, T-Bone. I'm here with my apprentice, CPI Tom,
Yeah,
here in the
Q1 and
booth.
Q2 is more so about getting through, and then Q3 is just throw everything you've got at it. Oh
First,
wait, I need to mute myself too in the party. Oops.
yeah. You're giving away all this free game, bro. I'm trying to jot down these notes. So, folks, we got Mac T on the track right now. Mac T from Sin City himself. Looking to commit some sins on track today, perhaps get that victory. Mac T, one of the most competitive drivers and people I've come across in my day. That's for damn sure. He wants to win. He wants to win at the highest level. And most importantly, he's willing to put the work in to do that. He believes in himself, and yeah, it is. I do respect the hell out of how he goes about his business. That's for sure. Puts his head down, does his thing. No games, no gimmicks. Although he does have 17 logos. Mac T, he's got the best logo in the game right now, though. And I'll give him credit. He did it himself, and it's fire. Here's Mac T starting his hot lap in Ferrari now from Mercedes. The legendary Mac T. We'll ride along with him. Mac T, multiple-time champion in other various leagues, multiple-time race winner here in the Lightning Cup, in the Mushroom Cup, and probably anywhere he's been for that matter. Most people who have played this game around our community know the name Mac T. It reverberates around every racetrack. His name rings bells in these lobbies, folks. This is Mac T, hailing from Las Vegas, Nevada, and yeah, the real deal. Definitely any league who's got this guy, very lucky to have him. and he has been making the rounds a lot lately. He took some time off sim racing, got rid of his wheel, had to focus on his career and some other stuff, but he's back now with a new game, and it's great to see him. Like, every time I turn on a race, anywhere he's in it, and it's fantastic because me and many other people really like watching this guy race. Arguably the most exciting driver. Many quad overtakes, triple overtakes. He wakes up and eats doubles for breakfast. MacT could make a pass, but he'll usually wait till the car catches another car, and he likes to get them both at once, you know. Just kidding, but MacT right now with a 116, first driver to complete a lap. Let's have a look a little further down, though. B-Tom making his way across the finish line right here. And we'll go, oh, wow, it's a quick lap, a 1:15.5, folks. Very, very quick lap there for B-Tom. B-Tom, MacT. Jerome starting his lap. Let's have a look at Rasta Cheech finishing his right now. And what does Rasta have in store? Rasta with a 1:16.9, not his best lap. Greg with a 1:16.4 right there. Let's have a look at Froggy Boggy. 15 years young, folks, making his Lightning Cup debut as a reserve, going into P2. And this kid, I don't even know, like, if he knows the gravity of the situations he's been in, competing for Mushroom Cup wins with Hemi, B-Tom, some of those great drivers that we've seen. Not only that, he's got some confidence, some swag, some pep in his step. Sorry about that, folks. Just had to have a look at something. So, B-Tom, Kaname, Tom, 1998 in P3 right there. Let's have a look at RSC Jerome pushing on his hot lap. He's pushing and pushing. Let's see what he's got. The midwives are all impressed. Of course, the Lightning Cup in all our races, sponsored by Happy Dad. Feeling crappy? Grab a happy. Here's Jerome finishing his lap, going through turn what probably could maybe be 17. And B-Tom with a 1:15.3. Good Lord. Jerome going into P3 right there. I like what I'm seeing from Jerome here in the early going. That flying Frenchman. And he may be from France, but he ain't trying to romanticize anything. He drives with aggression, passion, fervor, and I swear Jerome one day will be a Lightning Cup winner. It's just a matter of time. Shout out to all our French drivers. The only one I really know is that crazy dude, Gallius. But shout out to Gallius. And I hope he has received the help he needs. MacT, though, we got to go back here. Return of the Mac, the Big Mac. Insert any cheesy nickname T-Bone can think of. MacT, one of the contenders here in the Lightning Cup. One of the guys, I believe, can put up a fight with you-know-who. And we'll see how that pans out. MacT, multiple-time winner last season. And he is coming to this thing motivated and hungry, folks. Let me tell you. Mac T, one of the drivers I envy because he's one of the few people I know that lives in the same city as an In-N-Out burger. Mac T has yet to offer to send me some. Chenzo sends me some. Or don't get the animal style though; it doesn't travel well on an airplane. Here's Mac T. See what he's got. Started out in IFM. He is one of the prides of IFM for sure. Great pride and passion from those guys. Mac T going into P3 right there. 4 minutes remaining here in Q3, round one, season number 2 of the Lightning Cup. What I like to think of as one of the premier leagues in our community. One day we will catch that evil Mushroom Cup. But yeah, still, season 2, trying to forge this thing, get it off the ground, develop it, nurture it, water it, whatever needs to be done. Scott's Turf Builder, put all that shit on here, and we're going to try to grow this thing as much as we can. Thank you, everybody. I didn't even really know if I wanted to do another season because it's a lot of work for me, but they came to me. Honestly, I didn't know. A lot of the guys reached out to me. If you build it, they will come. I guess I'm very fortunate. And I was 50-50, but once I got about 12 messages from some of these guys saying they want to do it, thought about it, and I said many admins would kill to have some of these drivers want to race in their league, so it'd be a waste to not do it. And I thank them all, and everyone who watches this thanks them, because more importantly, I'm just watching it as a fan. I swear to God, I don't do the stewarding, I don't do any of that shit. I just make the lobby, and I like to watch the race, really. So it is what it is. I watch LSR too because they're good races and good drivers. That's what people want to watch. Don't really care what it's called, who it's run by, as long as it's not run by iChris. No, I'm just kidding. Shout out to iChris too. So Sauzetti, how about the Sauce Man going into P3 right there? Shout out to all the boys in PRL. Danny, Rick as well started their season last night. B-Tom got the victory. Shout out to all those drivers, man. McJammy, Romsey, ACW, Crazy Ratudo, Ferrari Pro, whoever else it may be. B-Tom, Mac T. Most of all, salute to Danny Rick. He's my OG, folks. He's my OG. Laying down the foundation and the blueprint. I definitely taken things that I've seen work in his league and apply them to mine. All those eliminator events I got from PRL. I'm the first one to say that. I borrowed the idea. And just a lot of the way they run their league, their professionalism is something I always strive for. Shout out to Fuego Mall as well. Longtime buddy, involved in PRL and our stuff. So we got B-Tom, TTV Kaname, Sauzetti, Mac T, Jerome, Calm, Froggy Boggy, Gregory Jennings, Rasta Cheech, the Flying Frenchman, embarking on his hot lap right now, and of course, Justin Schrei. We look on with Rasta Cheech, finishing up his Labatt Blue, finishing his poutine, and he is flying now, folks. Let's go, Rasta Cheech, the pride of Mirabel, Quebec, the pride of Longueuil, Quebec, the pride of, Montreal. Let's go, Rasta. Rasta will end up in P9 right there. B-Tom finishing his lap. He's in P2 right now. And he takes a pole, a 1:15.2. What a lap there by B-Tom. Leapfrogging Jerome. And that is going to do it. B-Tom taking the first pole of the season. Oh, man. Sending a message early on. He ain't spotting the field a couple spots anymore in qualifying. And there he is, flexing. Oh, those aren't pipes. Those are more like pipe cleaners. So you guys not jacked enough to do that. Jerome in P2. TTV Kaname in P3. Tom playing with half a finger, folks. He sliced off half his finger. He's in P4. What a trooper. We got Sawzetti in P5. Shry, MacT, Gregory Jennings in his debut in the Lightning Cup full-time. Froggy Boggy and Rostachich. Folks, there's no formation lap, by the way. No formation lap. Ain't nobody got time for that. So, I do ask that everyone gives a little bit of time to ready up. Allow the DRS Maestro 15 minutes to go through his various hard drives worth of setups. Hey, guys, who readied up? Who was that? Who was that? Shout out to the Maestro, Jordan 2 Wavy. I want to thank everyone again as we are about to get it underway. Ladies, clutch your pearls. Gentlemen, gird your loins. I don't know what the hell that even means, but I think it sounds funny. And yeah, we're going to pop off another Lightning Cup season. B-Tom looking to defend his title. Many of the premier drivers in the community on the grid. Greg and Chenzo making their debuts full-time. RSC Jerome is back. Tom is back. Sawzetti is back. Shout out to Mango, Ferrari Pro, HMP, Illyrian, all the guys who couldn't make it today. I want to give a huge shout out to the Finns in attendance. Curry, Wingish, McCooley. Shout out to Makester, who's not here, but he's our crew chief. And folks, we are going to get this underway. Lightning Cup action, LFG. And they are off underway. Jerome getting through B-Tom in the early going. B-Tom fighting it back on the inside. Look at this battle to start the Lightning Cup Season 3. TTV Kaname right there in tow. Oh my goodness. Oh, a little bit of contact there. And was there damage? I don't know. I did see some particles, but no end plate is gone. Jerome, the beneficiary, sneaking right through there. So we got Jerome, B-Tom, TTV Kaname. Tom, let's have a look quickly. Drivers on the medium and the hard tires. Any big movements or any big movement? DRS Maestro falling a little bit further from the pack. And now we do have a safety car out, folks. I see a safety car on the circuit. I don't know, B-Tom, say safety car for you? Because I see it on the track. Yeah, so the safety car is out, folks. I don't know what exactly triggered it. Safety cars are run on low here, and I didn't see any sort of big accident. So, not the ideal start to the season that we were hoping for, but yeah, I don't really have word on what the accident was. Let's see. DRS Maestro did... Oh, yeah, the DRS Maestro there missing his wing completely. So, but he is still alive in the race, and he got a safety car out of it. The DRS Maestro. We love the Maestro, folks. I do like to have fun with him, but he's such a good guy. And the only reason I have fun with him is because I know he's got a sense of humor, and he's confident enough to not be affected by my jokes. Oh no! Oh no! The Maestro missed the pits! The Maestro missed the pits, folks! And we have a highlight early on in the season there. The Maestro with no wing missed the pits. Oh, but he is going to have another lap. But he's going to have to... Pitting and catching up may be difficult. We have our first blooper of the season, folks, provided by the legend himself. The DRS Maestro. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hey guys, who's that sending it? Jordan and Rasta pitting and changing their wing. Shout out the Maestro, man. Safety car is out. Oh, that was good shit. So Jerome taking the lead here. We got about half and half in terms of medium and hard tires. The soft tires do not seem like a good race tire in this game at all. Yeah, Jerome, B, Tom, TTV. Let's just have a look if there's any big winners or losers here. The U-Haul mover of the race so far is Emerge KDs. Up 5 spots. He was not pleased with his qualifying pace, but Emerge is a big game performer. He's the kind of guy, he's quick, but I think part of one of his biggest skill sets is his race management and IQ, keeping it steady, and just he has really good race pace. So he's the kind of guy, like even if he starts last, I almost expect him to just be in the top 10 by the end just because of his acumen on the track. You know, Emerge is a very intelligent guy, and he doesn't make too many mistakes. He doesn't make uncalculated risks, and he's also jacked and a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So if I'm not nice, he will find me. Yeah, 24-inch biceps, insane kill count. You should see the list. This guy just goes out and he picks up birds everywhere he goes. Yeah, he's waving. He's happy. He knows I'm speaking the truth. Of course, Emerge puts creatine in the milk that's in his cereal. Emerge has muscles in places I don't even have places. Look at him go. Look at him go. Such a good guy. He's got cardio, too. He's not just jacked. Look at him move. Good heart. Very agile. Does his plyometrics. Lots of CrossFit. Look at him. Look at this lateral movement by Emerge right there. He's absolute athlete. Super talented here. Great hand-eye coordination, too. And you know he's going to clip this whole freaking segment. He's probably clipping it right now. Shout out to Emerge, man. Great help, too. Spenny's Pub Hub, TMT Monty. Garaza was full-time last season. I believe he was doing some work on his house, so he had to drop out. But him and Tom are great friends, and they're teammates this season. Very happy to have them both. Stewie and Cam as well, not here today, but teammates and friends. Wingish, teammates with McCooley. He's all the way back there. Wingish actually won a race on Monday in CDR. He's been driving very, very well lately. Not the Wingish we've known from last game. And we all know how talented this guy is. The question is, will that talented Wingish show up, or will it be the Wingish that just shotgunned 3 bottles of Jack Daniels and chased it with 2 shots of vodka? We don't really know. Johnny Walker's with him. Jack Daniels with him. Safety cars in this lap, and Wingish is not close enough yet, so we're going to have to hustle and bustle. Wingish will catch up, I believe, and we are going back racing. We got that lap 1 safety car. This is the Lightning Cup, baby. Season number 2, round number 1. I am T-Bone, joined by B-Tom, who's racing. He will give us a little bit of input, hopefully. Probably not, because he's in a tight race, but... And they're off. RSC Jerome started in P2, but he did make that move to P1. B-Tom tight in pursuit. Top 3 drivers all on those medium tires. Wingish retiring from the session in the pits. Oh my God. I'm starting to think he might be really drunk if he went in the pits to retire. Shout out Wingish. I don't know why he retired that soon and gave it up, but sad to see. Wingish, one of my best friends on the game. Wingish, I do thank you for doing that in the pits, man, because I know you don't do that shit for anybody. Garaza making the move on McCooley. McCooley, the winner of the preseason race last week. Very talented driver, McCooley. Premier Finnish driver here in our league system. Safety car's out again? What the Dude, I don't think we had... Did we even have 2 safety cars in a whole race last season? What the hell? It's unreduced, dude. I guess that one involved Froggy Boggy, who is without a wing. 15-year-old, of course. It's probably his 5th ever league race, but he did get his first win in race number 3. This guy's got the talent, and sometimes you just got to give the talent the outlet to nurture that talent, and he does need these opportunities, driving with guys levels above him, perhaps. But yeah, I'd rather there's not a second safety car here on lap number 4, but it is racing, I guess. Many good drivers in the grid here. And something happened there with Froggy Boggy, suffering some misfortune. He's down 10 spots. Chenzo's down 7 spots. Emerge up 8 spots now. Our U-Haul mover of the race so far. Shout out U-Haul, one of our sponsors, and of course winner of that award will get a life-size scale U-Haul truck. No engine in it, but you can put it somewhere. Emerge probably will deadlift the damn thing when he runs out of trees. So cheering for Emerge. Mac T in P8 right there, down one spot. But let's have a look at the tires. Tom and Justin on those hard tires. I do like that, especially given that there's been 2 safety cars. And they can just kind of hang around by the time. That looks like a sweet little box area to hang out in, that structure they made. That looks cooler than the ones they built at Cops, Silverstone. Wingish leaving the session, flying away. Come on, Wingish. So McCooley hitting, Froggy Boggy hitting our second safety car already here in 5 laps. Something happened there with Froggy. First time around, Maestro suffered the misfortune, but let's give some love to Curry too. Chef Curry. Reminder to drivers not to ghost during safety car. Whoa, Garaza! Having a little moment and flying off the track. Does not lose any position, so fair play to him. Jerome, great start though. Started P2, got through B-Tom there. And then TTV Kaname right there, all on those medium tires. We have 7 of the top 9 on medium tires here. Monty, only a couple league races under his belt, but this guy's shown me so much in exhibition races for years now. He just hasn't wanted to do league races, and it eventually got to the point where he's like, okay, if this is all you guys do, I'll do it. Oh. Very happy to hear, though. No penalties, which we do like, folks. I'll be back in 30 seconds. I am T-Bone. This is the Lightning Cup. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Again, we are sponsored by Happy Dad and Blue Chew, the Cialis gum. Call your doctor. No more awkward pharmacy visits. No long doctor's office wait. Get the Cialis gum. All right, folks, safety car coming in this lap. And we are off. RSC Jerome leading the way. CPI B-Tom right there. Behind him, Kaname in P3. Let's see what transpires here. 2 safety cars already in the first 5 laps. Not ideal, but only 1 retirement. Wingish, believe it or not, was not a cause of one of the safety cars, folks, before we cast any aspersions. Shout out to everyone who is doing dry June with me. Of course, dry June means no drinking. That was a Perrier. Anyways, Tom. Great to have him back. Of course, lost half his finger not too long ago, but he has seemed to pick up a little bit of pace due to losing miscellaneous weight in the car, I guess. Look at him go on those hard tires. Shout out to Tom 1998, one of the first free agents to ever sign with the Lightning Cup, along with Mac T, Ferrari Pro. And by that, just I mean a guy I didn't know who I asked. Further back, Jordan, Spenny. We got a little Quagmire kerfluffle going on right here. Jordan 2, wavy, extremely talented driver. Also one of the smartest drivers in the grid when it comes to that IQ and acumen, poise, late race resolve. And all that will come into play. Lap 7 of 29 here in the Lightning Cup. A lot can happen. But again, in this league, when you make a mistake, it is very hard to come back from it. So the margin is so small for the error with these guys. And someone will scoop up and benefit off your mistake. Froggy Boggy, fastest lap here, 15-year-old phenom. He is unbelievable right now, joining the likes of Hemi, B-Tom, Charisma, some of the youngest fantastic drivers we have known. Of course, Froggy Boggy beating Hemi and B-Tom's record for the youngest driver to win a Mushroom Cup race last week. So well done, and he did it in a race in which Hemi and B-Tom were both present. B-Tom did have to run a little early, but still, nonetheless. B-Tom, though, the man making his move. The 300 AI robot doing what he does, not losing his composure. One of the more calm racers we've ever seen. Very stoic. Rasta Cheech retiring. Oh, no. And a safety car. Oh my God, the third one already. Guys, you're embarrassing me. Shit happens. It is Australia. And so I'm going to just list every excuse. Robin's mom walked into the room, guys, and after that, my Moza wheel broke. And yeah, all this stuff happened. Force feedback went. So we have a third safety car in, 8 laps. Rasta Cheech out. Wingish didn't cause a safety car. He just retired in the pits. Rasta Cheech, hopefully he is okay right there. It did seem like a big one. 3 safety cars. First one was Maestro, second was Boggy, and this one was Rasta. None of them were intentional. I do stand behind every driver in this grid. Keep in mind, race 1, chaotic track, blah, 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 blah. Nobody gives a shit, but 3 safety cars. I assumed we'd get 2, but definitely, I don't think we had 3 all season last year in a single race. I could be wrong on that. I think the league went really clean last season. I think the most reports we had in one race was 3. The most, and that was like one time. Many races with 0. So very good behavior. For sure. Keeping it easy on the stewards, but Hayden Ring might not get off as easy as Stratting did. Shout out to Stratting. Did a great job last year. Great job with the LSR grids and stuff too. Some good drivers in there. Shout out to Formula Jonah as well, my good buddy. Covering the Le Mans. Very busy with his YouTube channel and doing all the real media stuff. Great kid. Spoke to him last week for about an hour in a call. Just catching up. He's a good dude. Much love for Formula Jonah. So, we did have the leaders pit. Of course, Tom and Shry stayed out being on those hard tires, and Sawzetti, only driver who started on those mediums to not pit. So, a very risky move, especially in this game. I can't imagine the tires are in too good shape, but who am I to judge Sawzetti, because he is more of a driver than I will ever be. He is a proven race winner. Seen him do his thing in PRL. I have no question this guy knows exactly what he's doing at all times. And it could just be a situation where, hey, if everyone's zigging, I'm going to zag, which there's also merit to that sometimes. Monty, right there in P4. Shout out Monty, man. He is from Michigan. Shout out to Monty in Michigan. B-Tom in Ohio. Shry, Virginia. What else we got? Spenny's Pub Hub from the Toronto area, like myself. Thuli in Finland, Curry in Finland, Jerome in France, TTV Kaname down in the Magic Kingdom, down in Orlando, Florida area. Greg Jennings in Calgary, Alberta. Mac T, Vegas. Emerge in San Diego / London. Jordan, Charlotte, North Carolina. DRS, Charlotte, North Carolina. Chenzo, San Antonio, Texas. Grazzo, somewhere in England. And yeah, there's your geography. Emerge sounds so rich. San Diego / London. Should have added Monaco too. Emerge, hailing from Monte Carlo. He was born there. Anyways, the third safety car is going in, folks. It's on reduced. I don't know. I'm not going to make excuses. We just had 3 safety cars, so apparently there was some bad driving. It happens, folks. It happens. Every league. Let's go, though. Schrei in P2, staring at that big coin payment advertisement on the back of Tom's car. Sauzetti on those mediums, and we'll see how his pace is. I am very curious on that. B-Tom made the pit stop. Jerome made the pit stop. Jerome has 2 cars between him and B-Tom now, though, which will probably be a hindrance because he was right with B-Tom. Now he's got to negotiate McCooley and Spenny on older hard tires between them as we still look on with Sauzetti in P3. Shout out to the sauce man. But speaking of sauce, here's McCooley. Cool as a polar bear's toenails, folks, and you've seen his logo. He is a polar bear, and he is going to look to get past my fellow Canuck, Spenny's Pub Hub. And look at Spenny trying to close it off a little bit, but not much he's going to be able to do ultimately there as McCooley, the Finnish pit bull, makes his move. Monty picking up a 3 like I did at the bar Friday night. Justin Schrei, though, in P2 on those hard tires, going to try to hang with Tom. Tom, 1998, of course, the winner. He's won so many races, folks, but he's won some big notable races, absolutely. Sauzetti. He's still got some pace in those medium tires, so shout out to him. Most of these drivers on the hard tires now. Froggy Boggy, who at one point was without a wing and in bad shape. Since then, he put in a fastest lap, and he's in P4 on a competitive tire. This kid has no quit in him. 15 years old, folks. What were you doing at 15? I was in jail. I'm kidding, folks. I wouldn't last a day in the slammer. Okay, B-Tom, though. Shout out to HMP and everyone in HMP prison, of course, watching us. We do appreciate you. You donate your limited free time to us. I know the checkerboard and the chessboard's not always available, so thank you, everyone in HMP prison. If I could, I would send you all an extra pudding with your dinner. So here is B-Tom getting back to that pack now, and RSC Jerome. He was right behind B-Tom, but there's some real estate now, and there are things on that real estate that Jerome has to clear and negotiate just to get back to B-Tom. And look at this. We have all sorts of different tire disparities in this pack. Justin Schrei did get through Tom, and he put in the fastest lap, looking to Schrei away. B-Tom answers back. Kaname answers back. Chenzo answers back. Lap 13 of 29 here in the Lightning Cup. Spenny's Pub Hub in P9. 1 penalty in the field. That is Monty. Very impressed, though, by Sauzetti on those older mediums. Still holding some pace. McCooley on the back of Monty right there. Let's have a look. McCooley up 7 positions from where he started. And look at this. McCooley hanging on right there, making that stick. So we do have a gap between that top 5 and basically everybody else except for Curry. So potential for some big sparks to fly in this one. Lightning Cup round 1, season number 2. I am Elvis Dumblebone. we can't help but keep an eye on this. Tom has gotten through Justin once again. These two have still yet to pit, as well as Sauzetti. That whole top three. Froggy, I expect another pit stop. And B Tom on those 5-lap hard tires. I'm not quite sure if he can go to the end on those. I assume he can. But there may be other external factors. Spenny dropping down the field right there now. Jerome, no. Jerome, something happened to Jerome, and that is so frustrating because Jerome was right there with B-Tom. DRS Maestro backwards. Oh, safety car. Oh, my goodness, the Maestro. A big one and a safety car, the fourth one. And, you know, very frustrating for Jerome. The safety car is good for Jerome, but Jerome was right there with B-Tom all race. Something happened in the pits. Jerome's just going to retire. I'm sure he's frustrated. He was right behind B-Tom. And then, yeah, they got some traffic between them when they pit. And, yeah, that's all it really was. Very frustrating for Jerome. I'm frustrated for Jerome because I will say this, though. I loved what I saw to Jerome. And if that's the kind of Jerome we're going to see, then it's going to be really good. And he's going to be very competitive. But yeah, very frustrating, man. Very frustrating. I know how hard that can be sometimes when you feel like you're racing somebody, then all of a sudden you got other guys you're not quote-unquote racing between you. It can be very frustrating. But, I mean, it is also part of racing. They don't have to move or anything, you know. But especially if they make a mistake and hinder you, oh, I know, you want to just punch a wall. It's like the most frustrating thing. So shout out to Jerome, man. I thought he was just going to rage retire. I wouldn't have blamed him because he got a 10-second, but I would say stick it out, try to get the penalty off, see what happens. But very frustrating for Jerome, and I give him much respect because he had it today, man. It's not over though. Same with the DRS Maestro. So, as expected, a little bit of a chaotic Australian round one race here. Australia, sometimes key is just putting that good race together, surviving. I do like the guys who win on the fresh hard, so Mac T, B-Tom, Sauzetti. Sauzetti's played this really nice, man. He stayed out on those mediums, gambled it a bit, and it worked out beautifully for him. Just over the halfway mark. It's our fourth safety car, folks. This is the record, I believe, for safety cars in a Lightning Cup race, so I guess we're setting some records early on. Good or bad. Historic race, right? I'll be back in 30 seconds, folks. Appreciate everyone. Well, it has been a doozy, that's for damn sure. Monty out in front, 3-second penalty, 18 cars still remaining. I really feel for Jerome. Maybe he will dispute that 10-second. We don't know. But either way, I'm so happy to see the skill that Jerome brought this season, man. This is the RSC Jerome we've all known. And even if he had bad luck this race, he's going to be in this shit every single race, I promise. Safety car will be heading in this lap. Monty, This could be the first ever safety car procession he's led in a league race. So we'll see how this fares. Something to think about here. Shout out to TMT Monty, hailing from Michigan, of course. The Motor City. We are going to get back going. Monty, no games or shenanigans, just rolling. And Greg Jennings in P2, though, folks. Emerge in P3 on a tire that could get them till the end. I would assume Greg is a tire masseuse. Emerge very good, too. Monty's going to be hurting on those 16-lap hards. Perhaps some inexperience showing, but we never really know with these races. There could be another safety car. But this is going to bring the whole field together when the leader's on the worst tires by a significant margin. The next closest guy is at half the amount of laps, and that is Greg. So first guy to get past Monty will look to really try to get that gap going. Tom on those mediums, he is going to be absolutely rapid, folks. Half man, half a finger. What a drive today from Tom in his comeback race. Last season, not his best showing in the Lightning Cup. But we all know what this guy is capable of. Sauzetti nailing this strategy too. I really like what he's done. And coming towards the end, he is going to have the best tires. Same with B-Tom and Mac T. B-Tom will have to negotiate Froggy Boggy and Justin Schrei. Oh, there's a little bit of touching. B-Tom trying to capitalize and slide through here. And B-Tom, very opportunistic, very good race move by B-Tom. That was just class right there. That effort on the overtake. Sauzetti now through, and Monty's in P4. This is going to be trouble for Monty. He is going to get chewed up, and he's learning the hard way. You got to take the fresh tires, man, especially against guys like this. You are in for a world of hurt. Froggy Boggy now through. B-Tom's going to look to get through Monty next. It's all good, folks. Monty needs these experiences. I promise you next time he will pit. So Greg Jennings leading the Lightning Cup, folks. His top performance here is a P4 in the inaugural race in Brazil. And he says the best part about that race, T-Bone, I beat Tom 1998. Well, Tom 1998 repaying the favor, passing Greg Jennings on those 3-lap medium tires. Tom 1998. He's won a couple races here in the Lightning Cup. I believe a preseason and a regular one. This guy's a real deal. And now on those tires, he is going to be flying, looking to build that gap before the likes of B-Tom and Mac T can clear the rest of the pack and have their tires up. Kaname now is going to have to get through Monty. Spenny's picking up a 3-second right there. Quiet race from Mac T and McCooley, but McCooley now sending it through Monty as well. Mac T will join him. Justin Schrei retiring from the session. No! Schrei! What happened? He retired. Oh, he's in the pits. Schrei retired in the pits. Okay. Not quite sure what happened to Schrei. Another guy I consider a contender, so not the race he wanted there. Shout out to Schrei. Always much love. Head down, buddy. You are one of the best, and you'll be back. I always encourage everyone to fight it out. Keep fighting. Jerome could have retired out of frustration. He could still fight for points here. And again, much respect to Jerome. Sauzetti, though, just brilliant strategy call here. Going into P2. I was questioning why he didn't pit. He got the other safety car. But by the way, he still had good pace on those 10 or 12 lap mediums. And granted, many were safety car laps. But I said, who am I to judge someone like Sauzetti? And to be honest, coming down the stretch, man, he is going to have an advantage over Tom. So Sauzetti, I believe his top performance is a P4 in the Lightning Cup. And I haven't seen much of this guy in the last, 5 months at all. I do know he's a good driver from his past and his history. But I really did not know what to expect from Sauzetti today. I'm not going to lie, man. And a fastest lap now, nailing the strategy. Fighting for a race win here, representing PRL in the great nation of Ecuador. Oh my goodness, Sauzetti, the sauce man. Not getting lost in the sauce, that's for sure. And Froggy Boggy, of course, 15 years old. Just a remarkable performance here. This kid should be on everybody's radar, because I swear to God, he may not be around our leagues for too long. If he is doing this at this age, with, when I say limited experience, like a month ago, he hadn't done a league race before, folks. You think of how good he is now, and you think of how good he could be. Oh my God. McCooley, a 3-second penalty. I do want to shout out the DRS Maestro, too, for actually discovering Froggy. Sauzetti into P1. Let's go, Sauce, man. Oh, no. Froggy Boggy, though. Maybe making a mistake there. The young driver, this kind of thing could happen from time to time. Very unfortunate. B-Tom now into P3 on those hard tires, the same as Sauzetti, and now B-Tom is right there. Kaname right there. This is a four-way dance. B-Tom, fastest lap of the race. Greg Jennings right there as well on those older hard tires, so we'll see how that works. McCooley's got a 3-second right behind him, and of course Mac T, quiet race for Mac T, but he's in P7 on ideal tires with no penalty. Nothing is out of the question yet for the man from Sin City, Vegas, Nevada. But 4 safety cars, folks. Tumultuous race. Anything but arduous. And we are still going to get an exciting finish here. 8 laps remaining, round 1, season 2 of that Lightning Cup. I'm T-Bone. It's been a pleasure. So much gratitude and appreciation for everyone who's helped, watched, supported, raced, left, raced once, whatever it is. We love you all. Mac T going through Greg Jennings, Greg and Chenzo, the teammates here in P7 and 8. Red Bull. Greg, always on that Red Bull team principle. Captain, connoisseur, curator. He does it all over there. And we got to look at Mac T in P6 right now. B-Tom, defending champion in that Aston Martin. Teammates with Emerge. Emerge right now, fall into P16. 8 laps remaining. TMT Monty now puts on the softs. Monty going through the growing pains in front of our very eyes, folks. That stuff will happen. You got to learn. They say a man learns best when he gets burnt, and I would agree. Sauzetti, Tom, B-Tom, our top 3. TTV, Kaname says you better include me in that. McCooley, Mac T, Greg, Chenzo. Oh my goodness, folks. We have a train all the way to P11. Garaza, very good driver in his own right, too. I've seen him get top 3s, and I've seen him win races in very strong fields, folks. This is not a guy to count out. He's been busy doing some home renovations and stuff. Apparently, he punched all his walls after having a bad race, so he was recovering the house. I'm kidding, Garaza. Garaza's a good man, friends of Tom. Definitely doesn't seem like the kind of guy who'd punch a wall over a video game. Tom does, though. Maybe that's how the finger thing happened. I don't know. Just kidding. Chenzo going through Greg multi-21. Greg Jennings obliges. Tom back in front, though. I don't know how those medium tires are going to be down the stretch. It could be a Sauzetti, B-Tom, Mac T battle. Mac T in P5. He's gotten through McCooley. A quiet race from Mac T, but he's looking to put an exclamation mark on it by the end. Doesn't matter where you start. Doesn't matter where you are in the middle. It is how you finish, folks. And even down to that P10, we got Jordan 2 Wavy entering the fray for points. McCooley, that 3-second is going to be very, very nefarious for his final result. Froggy Boggy picking up a 3-second there. Unfortunate. What a showing for Froggy, man. He's another guy who we're going to watch some growing pains with him in front of our very eyes. And in my opinion, it's a beautiful thing because you're going to see them make mistakes. And one day that mistake's not going to happen. And he's going to win. And it's part of the story and the journey. And to me, the journey is the most fun part about most things, as long as you have passion. Tom, Sauzetti, B-Tom, TTV, Kaname, and Mac T. 5 drivers here, no penalties. We have some movement. Sauzetti going through Tom, B-Tom going through Tom. And this is our top 2. Both these guys on the tires, I predict, did to be the most ideal. And Mac T is aware of this right now. Kaname and B-Tom, will see how they hold up with those tires. I'm so happy to see this out of Sauzetti. You know, coming into this race, it's like, okay, you kind of figure who the top guys are, but with the new game, things have changed a little bit. Now all of a sudden you got Tom, Jerome, and Sauzetti seemingly just right here as top guys. Not that they weren't before, but just last season was kind of a down year. So when you have that from within, along with Froggy, it's a beautiful thing. Growth from within, Emerge, Jordan. So many guys have improved under our noses. You know, not just this league, but all the leagues. So it's lovely to see that. As we watch on Mac T, lap 24-29 here. I'm T-Bone. Defending champion B-Tom in P2 right there. Him and Sawzetti. I don't know if these guys have ever really locked horns on track before, but it will be a pleasure to watch. Sawzetti, man. We do have someone suffering a little misfortune at the back. And it's funny, man, I was... some guys told me about Ferrari Pro, so I tuned in. Spenny retiring from the session in the pits. So I tuned into the PRL race to watch Ferrari Pro, see what this guy's all about, Mick Jammy. And I couldn't help but notice Sawzetti. It's like, who is this guy? No one told me about this guy. So I messaged him, and he said he wanted to reserve, see how it was, did a reserve race, and said he wanted to race, which was music to my ears. And I love to see this out of him. Quite frankly, yeah, I did not see this coming, man. I didn't even know if he's been playing or not, you know? It's fucking amazing to see. Someone coming out of the pits right there. He was at a retired car coming out of the pits, unghosted. This stupid game has been doing that for ages. I don't know why. Jerome picking up a 3-second. Froggy retiring. God. I feel for Jerome, man. Jerome had such a good, way better race than this would indicate. Something happened. 2 cars got between him and B-Tom, and then that was really it. Shout out to Froggy Boggy, too. An exciting electric debut. And we have not seen the last of that kid, I promise you, folks. Get that kid in your league if you have leagues. He needs the opportunity. He needs a seat. He needs the reps. I recommend any admin to get a hold of Froggy Boggy, because this kid, he needs the seats and the races more than anyone. Whether it be LSR, PRL, Cam's League. You got to get this kid in some races so he could develop and nurture that talent. The only way he's going to get better is by being on track with some of these guys. So Mac T has slid through Tom, and Tom now starting to fall off with those tires. We'll see if Kaname suffers the same fate. Definitely is with those top 2. B-Tom is in P1 now, folks, making the move on the Sauce Man, Sawzetti. B-Tom, kind of a quiet race for him, too. He's just kind of been chilling around, waiting, biding his time. Very cerebral with his approach. You're not going to see this guy take any unreasonable risks. The move you saw him make on Shry and Froggy around the outside was about as risky or vulnerable spot you're going to see him put himself in. Usually he does not leave the onus on another driver to not fuck up his race, and that's a very good trait, man. It's all about not putting yourself in a vulnerable spot and knowing who, if you do, it's knowing your clientele. Can I do it against this guy? Is he aware? Will he leave me the space? So all that goes into consideration. Emerge retiring. Shout out to Emerge. He said he had to run because he was in the middle of a workout. He was just doing this race between sets. Shout out to Emerge, man. Helps so much with everything. Great dude. I want to personally thank Emerge for everything he does. And he is, very, very nice guy, too. So, caution is out. 3 laps remaining. Sawzetti and B-Tom fighting for the win now. Mac T in P3. We'll see if he can benefit from any potential battling up ahead. Kaname, Tom falling off a bit. Greg Jennings on those 17-lap hard tires. Feeling that. Sawzetti over B-Tom again. Gives a spot back. Okay, so something happened there where Sawzetti gave the spot back. Great sportsmanship there from Sawzetti, though. But because of it, folks, Mac T is here, and we have a 3-headed battle. You know that 3-headed dog in Harry Potter? Well, this is it. What's his name again? I don't know. But Snuggles, Cupcake, or Fluffy? Well, let's hope Mac T gets to those other guys. We have 3 guys on those 12-lap hard tires. Behind them, TTV. Tom on those medium tires fighting as well, but we are going to get a finish, folks. Get your popcorn. Greg Jennings, take your dick out of the box. It is time. We are doing this right now, finishing this Lightning Cup round 1, and I cannot wait to see who gets this. B Tom, defending champion. Mac T, multiple time race winner here. Salzetti, yet to pick up a victory or a podium in the Lightning Cup. He's had limited races, though, folks. Last season he was quite busy. Couldn't make as many as he probably would have liked or I would have liked, but it is such a pleasure to see this race out of him, no matter what happens, man. We got a gem in this league in Salzetti. Mac T, this guy just never gives up. I told you, he is a pit bull on that track. This guy's got the heart of a champion, and he's got the will to win. And as I said, he doesn't care about being anything but the best. And you talk to him right away. It's very evident. So big shout out to Mac T here. Also helps me so much with a lot of the admin stuff, suggestions, and he's always quick to provide a solution to with any issues he has. He gave me a list of 10 potential admins to replace me. Shout out Mac T. He's in P3. And look at this. Salzetti right on the back of B-Tom. Mac T right there as well. Greg and Chenzo, the teammates. Longtime Mushroom Cup rivals. Between them, 12 championships in the Mushroom Cup, folks. Chenzo all-time at 7. Greg with 5. Garazza, Jordan rounding out our top 10 right now. But we have got to look at this battle for the race win right now, folks. B-Tom, Salzetti, and Mac T. And oh my God, TTV Kaname on those older tires, but albeit right there. Tom's still there, but yeah, starting to really hurt and fall off. And right now, Makuli with 3 seconds of penalties will get through Tom. And let's go. Final lap, folks. B-Tom, Salzetti, Mac T. Who will take home this victory? B-Tom looking to get his 5th consecutive Lightning Cup regular season victory. All-time winningest driver, obviously, in this league. Inaugural champion, Jerome, going to retire. I've just got to give so much love to Jerome. Jerome was an absolute beast today, and we are going to wrap this one up right now. Something we don't normally do in the Lightning Cup, but B-Tom, Salzetti. Let's see, will B-Tom be able to hold it off? Salzetti looking to make the move. Will he get the move done, or will he get lost in the sauce? B-Tom, admirable defending right there. Keeping it clean, but closing it off. Salzetti, I don't think, is really going to see a realistic opportunity to make the move, nor does he want to risk something too crazy. So, folks, once again, B-Tom taking home a victory in the Lightning Cup, winning race number 1 here in Australia. Round 1, allow me to reintroduce myself, he says, taking the pole today and winning the race. Shout out to B-Tom. Salzetti out of Ecuador with a P2. Absolutely spectacular drive. Mac T. Guys, hold on. Mac T with a P3 right there. TTV Kaname. Tom. Yo.
Like it pulled off.
Oh, yeah, no, I saw. Oh, my God.
Bro,
I don't know why it came out.
Hey, sorry, guys. The drivers is talking. Tom with a P5. Greg Jennings in his Lightning Cup debut as a full-time driver, a P6. Makuli. Chenzo, a P8. Great showing for the Red Bull team. Garazza, a P9. Jordan, 2 wavy. Quiet race, but he still manufactured a top 10 drive. Shout out to everybody. DRS, Curry, Jerome, I thought was incredible today and just got some really bad luck. Monty was great. He just made a couple bad strategy calls. Froggy, Boggy, showing the world exactly who he is and what he's capable of, and he will be back. So many drivers, man. It was just 4 safety cars, of course, but we got to see, I think, a little preview of what the Lightning Cup's going to offer this season. Personally, I can't wait. I want to thank everyone. We're going to do a couple interviews. There's B-Tom doing his little dance. 1 second. All right, guys. I'm just going to get some guys in here for the interviews, guys. So, shout out Emerge. Emerge, you want to give us quickly before we do the interviews? Any words, opinion on the race?
So obviously I qualified P17, which was terrible. And then I got up to P8. I had a good start and a good first stint. And then I boxed. And then another safety car came out. so I chose not to box. And then I got dirty air at turn 5 and went into the wall. So I got damage and had to box, and that was it.
Fair
So it
enough,
was
bro.
unfortunate.
Well, look, dude, I just want to thank you once again for everything you do for the league, and feel free to stick around here for the interviews if you want, bro.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So once again, I want to congratulate CPI BTOM, or the artist formerly known as CPI BTOM. I'm picking up this victory here, round number 1, looking to defend his title. But before we get there, man, I want to hit up the Red Bull team very quick, man. Greg and Chenzo. Greg, captain of the Red Bull team. You and Chenzo now debuting in the Lightning Cup full time. As you guys know, I'm ecstatic you made the jump. You want to talk about your experience today in your first full time race and what you expect the rest of the way now that you have a little gauge?
Yeah, for sure. So qualifying, I think, went pretty well. I think I had a few more tenths in me, and that would have definitely helped a lot, but it could have been a hell of a lot worse, especially after last weekend. So that was okay. When it came to the race, we split our strategies, just try to cover all bases in case something crazy happens. Ended up kind of being right in the middle between the two strategies when the first couple safety cars came out. Then at the end, I decided to let my brain be not smart and try to stay out. That did not work at all, and I'd like to think would have gone a lot better had I not done that. But either way, P6 and 8 as a team, solid. We're both consistently there. Some things to work on for both of us, and we got some more work to do. But we're excited, and it was a good first race.
Such a pleasure to see like our two best Mushroom Cup drivers ever on the same team, working together. And I know you split the strategies. What went into the decision to give Chenzo the worst one? I'm kidding, bro.
That was entirely my decision.
I'm kidding, bro.
Greg was telling me put the mediums on to start, and in hindsight, that probably it would have been better for me because I just got caught in a bunch of situations that I shouldn't have. But as Greg said, plenty to reflect on and improve on. But nevertheless, we still got a double points finish, and I think at the end we were both just trying to make the best out of what we had available to us,
Absolutely.
So,
And coming in, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really know what to expect from you guys. I still really don't. I'm still learning the grid and who's got what. But I think 2 cars in the top 8 to start is a very good, good building block, man. Something to build off the rest of the way.
for sure.
Both of us had some things we could improve on from there, so it's looking up. But of course, stiff competition as always.
Absolutely. And of course, the 2 Mushroom Cup, between me, Chenzo, and Greg, we got 12 Mushroom Cup titles between us guys. So I want to thank you guys.
90% of those are T-bones, by the way.
When you need a safety car, maybe. Thank you, boys. Much love to you guys, man. You guys are
Thanks,
the
bro.
backbone of all this shit. Okay, so next up, I want to talk to this guy right here, man. The Sauce Man, Sauzetti. Are you here, my friend?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Representing
Hey, what's up?
Ecuador,
Sorry.
bro. I just want to say, coming in, bro, I didn't really know what to expect from you, bro. It's been limited. You were full-time last season. You missed a lot of races because of stuff going on. I haven't seen you around in other leagues. I just really didn't know what to expect. I told you I went to watch Ferrari Pro in a PRL race, and I noticed you, and I'm like, okay, we got to ask this guy to race. So I know you had it, and the fact that you showed me this today, what's going on with your process of this game, bro? Have you been practicing? What did you like today? What worked for you?
Uh, I mean, me and B-Tom raced last night
Okay.
in BRL,
Oh.
so I used that as practice as well because I woke up half an hour before this race started.
That's
So,
what I was gonna say with you. You're always just like, what track is it? Okay, invite me. You know what I mean? And today I'm like, who is this guy, bro?
yeah, because I race in 2 other Australians and they start at 12 and 3 a.m. and
Yeah.
they start at 2 o'clock. So by the time I wake up, it's like 1 or 12. I'm like, oh fuck, I have to hurry up.
Of course.
But it's the game's good. I like the game. It's very fun. It's better than 24. So.
Well, buddy, I love what I saw from you today, man. I believe that's your best finish in a Lightning Cup race, and I think you're very much a guy we have to seriously consider as a contender in this league. So I want to thank you for racing, bro, and for being a good guy. And yeah, hope to see a lot more of you,
Yeah,
dude.
man. Thank you for having me, man, and congrats to B Tom. I feel like if he didn't disconnect, he would have been leading by like 10 seconds already. So,
Hey, man, it is what it is. Oh, I noticed you let B Tom by at one point. You want to just tell us what happened there?
because because of last night, I knew he could outpace me, so I didn't want to waste time, because Mac was coming up, so I was like, I'm just letting him by and let him use his DRS.
Fair,
But I was very surprised I was able to just keep DRS with him, but you know you know.
fair, bro. Well, again, fantastic drive from you, dude. I was impressed as hell, man. We're lucky to have you, so thank you, Salzetti.
Thank you, I appreciate you guys. Have a good one.
Okay, buddy. All right, next up, we will go to our race winner, B Tom. You with us, bro?
Yes, sir.
All right, first of all, congratulations, sir. Winning the race, first race, picking up the pole, which you didn't have too many last season in the Lightning Cup, but definitely sending a message. Jerome and you were having that battle. You got a little separation in that pit stop, which kind of took Jerome out of the race. Then after that, it was just a matter of managing the race, being patient. You want to talk about your process today?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the first half wasn't much of a race, to be honest. You probably
Facts.
saw in the chat quite a few people were complaining about how many safety cars there were.
4 of them, I know.
Um, yeah, it was crazy. So, the first two, it was just way too early to pit because you'd undoubtedly come out in last place and have to make another pit stop. So that would be throwing away track position for no reason. But when the third one came out, figured I'd go in, strap on the hards because I thought there's no way there's going to be another one. Like 3-4 laps later, we ended up getting another safety car. So the train of cars that stayed out for the previous three all basically got a free pit stop because I decided to pit again for a fresh set of hards. Then from there, it was just about hoping I could make my way through the field before the end of the race. It's very hard to follow around here, so staying close is quite tricky. And then with there being 4 DRS zones, generally you see cars bunch up, which makes it even harder to overtake. So thankfully, some guys did a bit of the work for me by making mistakes. Um, and then after I got up to P1, it's just about trying to keep it clean, making sure I had enough battery and a bit of a gap to Salzetti to stay ahead. There was a whole thing with the merge and his retired car coming out in the middle of the track, and me going right and his AI going right. So I lost the position to Salzetti there, but fair play to him, he let me back through. And all in all, good, clean race. Hopefully the next one doesn't have nearly as many safety cars.
Well, look, I mean, we had 4 the first half of the race. I could make excuses saying first race, Australia, all that, but you know what? End of the day, like it does happen. None were intentional. Everyone here is a good driver. I mean, this stuff happens sometimes in racing, guys, but definitely it'll be addressed. We run on reduced, so yeah, it's just one of those things, guys. But I'm not too happy about that either. But again, it's kind of part of racing too. So, anyways, B Tom, any final comments to wrap us up this week, bro? Thoughts heading into this season?
Yeah, it should be a good season. Grid looks quite strong. Obviously, we had some contenders who couldn't make it, like you were talking about at the start of the broadcast.
Yeah, Hooligans wasn't here.
Ferrari Pro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love Hooligans. Shout out Hooligans.
But no, it should be a good season. We've got a solid calendar. Minus Baku, but no. Jokes aside, I'm looking forward to it, and the game is a lot more enjoyable than last year's one. So I think everyone will have a lot of fun.
All right, then, Ben. I want to thank you again, B Tom. I know we're buddies, but I do want to thank you as an admin for participating in our leagues. Of course, that doesn't go over my head. So thank you. And
Yeah, no problem.
Emerge, any final comments to send us home? I know you're probably in a plank right now or some shit, but hold on, he's finishing his set. Well, he's just doing some burpees.
Nah, good job to my teammate, and yeah, I think the season will be good. The grid is extremely competitive, and qualifying to get through seems pretty close for Q1 and 2. I didn't really watch Q3, so I'm not sure about that. But
Well, look,
Yeah.
Emerge, as I said, you're a guy who I think you shine more in like the race itself, because you're so good with like the race strategy, the
I,
IQ, and you have good race pace. So I think for
I,
you,
yeah, I had a good race until I killed myself.
uh,
Like, I think I was up uh, 10 positions, I think.
dude, you were up like 10 positions. Yeah, you were killing it. You were killing it.
And then I killed myself.
It's all good, bro.
So,
It's all good, man. Again, you're a very talented driver, an exceptional driver. We all know that shit. Good guy. So we're also lucky to have you in the league. We're lucky to have everybody in the league, man. And we're gonna see you guys next week for round two. I don't know where it is off the top of my head. Don't kill me.
no idea.
This is where Emerge usually just knows or B Tom knows. But either way, we'll be there next week. I'll announce it. This has been round one of the Lightning Cup. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you everyone for showing Japan next week. Thank you everyone again for just showing their interest, and congrats to B Tom. I want to congrats to Salzetti, congrats to Mac T also in that podium, and Tom had a great race. Kaname, Greg, Chenzo, everyone, man, just thank you for racing. And I'm T-Bone, and we're out.